A lot of companies have been redesigning their logos recently, and it seems like there's a common theme. As a citizen of Earth, I feel like it's my duty to do something about this. That's why I decided I would recreate these logos to reverse the process. So first of all, I needed to decide on 2 logos to recreate. After hard research, I landed on these 2. Was it because I'm lazy and I thought these would be the easiest? Yes. I started off with the Twitter logo, and as always, I needed to go out and find some inspiration. Anyway, I started by importing the original logo into Blender to use as a starting point for my creation. My thought was that to counter the minimalism, I needed to look to nature to get as much detail as possible. That's why I started with doing what I do best. Trying to do stuff that I don't know how to do. So I started sculpting the bird using a real bird as a reference to get out the shape that I needed. This actually came out kind of good, except for some details. At least from a distance, it looks like a bird. I used a sphere cut in half for the eyes, and oh god. Well, that's easily fixed with the magic of shading, and voila! Then it was time to shade the rest. And with years of experience, a genius mind, extensive scientific research, I have the best tricks in the book. Using an image of a bird, an image texture node, I can plug in the image to the principal texture and then use project from view to overlay the image of the bird to the logo. Feels like there's something missing. There is no such thing as a feather generator in Blender, so I had to get a little creative. There's a feature in Blender called particles. With particles you can create realistic, high stylized hair. Combined with the comb tool you can create any style you need. Obviously hair is not the same as feathers, I know. But it's close, and in life you need to work with what you got. So I added some hair, did a simulation to make the hair fall naturally, and then I used the particle edit tool to comb the hair to the look that I wanted. And then it was time to do some lighting, set up a scene to finalize the logo. There we go. Could have done this a lot better? Yes. Am I willing to spend the time doing it? Not at all. So let's move on. For the Burger King logo, I wanted to bring back the happy and childish feel of the old one, but also bring back as much detail as possible. My idea was to make the buns into like real buns, then do something fun with the text squished between. I started with importing the logo as a reference and then modeling the buns by starting off with a cylinder that I then traced to the logo. With some modifiers, I added some noise to the model so that it would not look too smooth and unnatural. Then I needed to remind myself of what a burger looks like. So I imported a picture to use as a reference. From the picture I created small seeds you get on top of the bun. What even are those? I created a few of them to get the variation in size and shape that I needed. Then I scattered the seeds on top of the bun with a particle system. The hardest part on this is the colors. Apparently, burgers are not just 100% one color, but a variation of many shades of colors. Who would know? Using some god-tier texturing skills, I managed to get the result I was happy with. For the inside of the buns, I just found a picture on the internet of real buns, took that picture and projected it to the inside of my 3D buns. Next, I moved on to the text. I wanted the text to show that Burger King still was playful and fun. And what doesn't say playful more than balloons? So somehow I wanted the text to look like it was made out of balloons. I remembered that I've seen some pictures of people doing inflatable text in Blender. After a Google search I found this guy. He had a style that I really liked and I thought I would try to do something similar to this. So after a few clicks, boom, done. No, just kidding. This took way longer than it should have, as we're all just turning into TikTok monkey brain junkies. I will try to explain this in a way that will not totally bore you out. First I converted the curves, then before it takes to a mesh, use the mesh modifier to clean up the mesh, and added a cloth modifier with purple setting cleaned up and keep the text inside of the burger without shooting out. I placed the cube around the text and added collision. Then I made the cube not showing up in render, but still holding the text in place. Alright, let's move on to shading. The shading was pretty straightforward, as all I had to do was make the material red and add a bit of shininess. But you know when you visit a McDonald's or a Burger King and you get a balloon, you know that you're definitely not the only kid that has put their dirty, sticky chicken nugget fingers on there. To really make this text seem realistic, I needed to really think about this detail. So I got a stain texture map and connected it to the roughness of the text material. This brings in some imperfections that actually makes a big difference, even though it's hard to notice. Then all that was left was to set up some lighting and start rendering. So this is the end result. which I actually was quite happy with. Sure, I could have gone more crazy and over the top, but I feel like this could actually be something Burger King would use in like a banner or something, which is quite cool. Now this would not be done if not tested in a real life scenario, so I did some good old hacking and replaced the actual logo with my logo. Yeah, that could totally work. Twitter is using some fancy vectoring to display their logo, so I could not replace that logo. Well, bye.